All right, we are ready to go with this championship game. The final game of this field national tournament from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Dave Stanish along for the ride with you one more time as we're going to award a U17 national champion, BC or Ontario. Can't wait to find out how it goes. These teams were first and second in the standings. Alberta's already taken the bronze. They've taken double bronze after a U19 bronze win and then a U17 bronze win. And BC would certainly like to duplicate that. Ontario would like to even it up and take a gold and silver home on the flight back tomorrow. Perfect conditions, about 30 degrees at kickoff or face-off or whatever you like to call it. They're underway, we're underway. 60 minutes to a champion. First collection from the very vibrant and loud BC team. And Mason Eastgate doesn't make them wait long for the opening goal. Simply a quick sprint. They won the faceoff, drove left to right, and within maybe a maximum of 5 seconds, had the opening goal. Maximum intensity here from these two clubs. Quarter number one, goal number one, already in the books. To the near side. Play continues with Charlie Robinson recovering a loose ball off the grass. If you've been with us all week, the conditions have been ideal. Wednesday we had 40 millimeters of rain, but by Thursday morning you'd never know it was even 4 millimeters by that point. It had rained so well. Unfortunately, due to the water restrictions in Calgary, we have been unable to add anything that hasn't come from the sky. But these teams have been solid all week long. And we got a lot of fans in the stands. Saskatchewan, Alberta had a lot of fans, a lot of BC plates in the parking lot, a lot of Ontario plates in the parking lot as well. I'm glad you're enjoying your long weekend with us. Snap shot to the other side. Ontario with a couple of tries. That one rolls wide. Excuse me, rolls wide right. BC off to a fantastic start. Couldn't ask for a better start than they had. Looking for the Alumni Cup 2024 edition. Caden Lickers working with Wyatt Turner, 61 and 16. In this 6-on-6 offensive opportunity. Nice aggressiveness from Cameron Smith to force it away, and the collection from Cole Sampson. Recovered fumble to steal a phrase. Now it's loose. BC will reset the offense with Matty Dane, number 6, Lincoln Twalbley. Inside, looking for the far post. Ontario, Lucas Ward is the keeper. Owen Byers in the net for BC. Saskatchewan defeated Alberta during the preliminary rounds, but got bombed 16-4 in the bronze medal match. So anything is possible here. And a 1-goal deficit is nothing these teams will be concerned with. Not much wind, which is exactly what they want. A little bit of cloud cover, just enough to make it comfortable on what could be the last 30-degree day of the year. Snap shot, time and space. Malcolm Richardson all alone. Great work for Malcolm to increase the lead. Slow little roller. Cohen Carlson trying to collect. Going right to left. Double teamed. Wilkes is going to have to double back. No shot clock. They can take as long as they wish. Again, Turner and Lickers on the far side. Up high. Thanks to the staff at CROW LAX TV for a wonderful week. And an excellent crew. New set of contacts from across Alberta for new events next year as well. It's been a fun summer. Ontario trying to make a move. No allowance of any space by Cameron Smith. To the near side. Love the action behind the net. Ontario bench trying to keep their men inspired. We'll have the medal ceremony after the matchup, including, I'm anticipating, when Alberta will get their bronze medals. Great one-on-one coverage from Charlie Robinson. Both teams played earlier today to complete the round robin and solidify their positions, although these teams were first and second. Ontario had to defeat Saskatchewan to make sure that they got into this gold medal game. BC had this spot clinched about 24 hours ago. To the near side. That one, a big bounce up and down. Still Ontario ball. Number 2, Owen O'Halloran. 6-on-6 with a goalie. Jack Wilkes forced to go wide. Several of these BC players. And that one's in. Nice job from Ontario. Inspiration from the bench. Now the BC 19s are coming over to hang out with the 17s and keep them inspired. Ontario on the board. It's 2-1. $15-minute running time quarters, except for the last 30 seconds of the first, second, and third, and the last 2 minutes of the fourth. And our timers have been doing a great job keeping us up to date with how it all works. Only timeouts or major incidents will stop the clock. So the games have been going about 75 to 90 minutes. We're glad you're with us both live and on demand. Spoiler-free archives here at CROW LAX TV. We're the home of the Junior B League in Alberta all season long, the RMLL. Season 2 for that will be back in 2025. Xander Freeman. Of course, a lot of success for these two provinces in the Box Nationals. Those continue. Lacrosse.ca for all those details. Along with the final summary of information of this game. Diving down to 2 knees. Second shot. BC converts. Lucas Ward dove down to make both stops. Could only make the first. No reason not to give 100%. You can sleep on the plane or sleep on the bus. This whole crew is definitely sleeping in tomorrow. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 4 officials on the floor, on the grass, whatever you want to call it. Contact. Downey not totally agreeing, but he'll hit back in defensive position. Behind the net. Far side. Again, it's Wilkes. Balboni, one of the quarterback positions here. Up high. They've got Addison and O'Halloran down low. And a violation. Gets the BC fans happy. Everybody will fly or drive home tomorrow and be ready for school first thing Tuesday morning. It's just what these athletes commit to and sacrifice for to be here on a day like this. Of course, these U17s, once they turn 17, can be drafted into Junior B, which is 17 to 21-year-olds. At least in Alberta, all those drafts are in February. The 2 leading provinces across the country in lacrosse showing why all afternoon and all week long here at this U17 midget level. Trying to go one-on-one. Lickers forced to go to the outside. The ball carrier is not winning any specific sprints ahead of their man-to-man defenders. To the far side. Flag on the near side. Looks like there's a possible offside call. Definitely a delayed penalty here, one way or the other. There's very specific spots where they can. As I said, there are very specific places to enter and exit. Offsides and procedure penalties were a big part of day one, just because I think players were getting used to a new location, a new setup. And by day 2, that had all but disappeared. 30-second penalty against the bench. Could BC extend their lead? Nice save. Again, Lucas Ward likes to go down on his shins. To make those stops. Salter is released back on. Behind the net. Crossing through, and again, Lucas Ward tempting BC to go to the lower half of the net. And most of the time, he's taken it away. but his team still trails. Effective score on the rebound. One of the more recent goals for the team in blue. BC in blue. Referees in zebra black and white. And Ontario is going to convert on a delayed penalty. The goal stands. The penalty is reported but not penalized specifically. But they still need to record who it was against. And these referees have been very good communicators all week long. The big board says 3-2, and Ontario right back into this matchup. We've had only a handful of games that have been decided by 3 or less during this week. Another flag, high-intensity face-offs. 1 minute slashing penalty, 60-minute game, 4 15-minute quarters. That one against Cohen Carlson. Into the final few seconds of the first quarter. Exactly the last few seconds. And BC will be happy to burn this off. And that completes the first quarter. BC leads 3-2 in this gold medal matchup of the U17s here in Calgary. We'll be back in a moment. Yep. Okay. That's a different. That was a different person. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh, it's Simon.
So Terry from across Canada just messaged. He's asking if you can get better zoom in because he said it's a bit too wide on a lot of the shots. Thanks, hon. I'll tell him. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep letting us know if there's more feedback.
Yeah, I'll let him know. He's watching right now.
Hopefully on mute. Could I grab one? Thank you. Quarter. Hello? All right, we are back. Sorry about that. One minute to go in the half. BC leading by 2. Doyle. Down, high low, and he converts. Lucas Ward definitely has a style as a goalkeeper. And again, that tiny little bounce in front of the goal line works for the offensive team. 5-2 your score. BC won the U19 event 10-5 about an hour ago. But this one long from over. The Alumni Cup at stake. Robinson in the chase. To the far side. BC coaches shouting instructions. Turpin takes a hit. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. BC takes a timeout with 8 seconds remaining. Yep. Eight seconds to play in this first half. These players being hydrated. About 30 degrees face-off time at 4 o'clock. Perfect conditions for a tournament like this. Like I've been saying all week, if we had started on Wednesday, this would have been a completely different event. Just monster rain. Fans encouraging from the opposite side for these last 8 seconds. Twombly wants to start the process. Twombly off a bounce. Tried to go top shelf. And that is halftime. Officially, that is halftime. 5-2 BC at halftime. Stick around for the second half of this Field National Championship game. BC leads 5-2. Okay. Honestly, I'll tell you, there have been so many times in my life where someone has called someone named David, and it hasn't been me, that I literally, that I'm like, if I ever hear it, I always assume it's from somebody else. No, the nice thing is I don't think it was for very long. No, I don't think it was either. Yeah, I'm just happy I. Especially in a crowd, if I ever hear a woman yell named David, I know it's always for something else. Holy smokes. It is. Oh, yeah. Holy. Come grab a drink. That's a better idea, yeah. That's probably colder. Other that being our only problem, though, is 1,000 times better than for the other team. So I'm happy. Yeah, sit down in the shade.
And you rub something Gatorade?
Yeah, we got Gatorade. The water.
I know that was mine. I'll finish my one first, so I don't open up warm water. That's awesome. Thank you. That was awesome.
We're all ready to transition into period number 3 for this national championship game. Alberta's won 2 bronzes. BC is going to hope to win 2 golds. Ontario's going to try to avoid winning 2 silvers. Teams have switched ends. Tyler Williams was in the net for BC, taking some practice shots. Koji Okayama, 23 blue, as they're calling the plays, looking for a headman pass that's not going to occur. A lot of strategy involved, not even when you get to the net, but even how you cross the halfway line and which 6 players are going to be your attackers. CROW.ca will have all the final breakdowns of all the results. Doyle trying to outgun his man. Pick and roll didn't quite work. Inside feed. And again, Lucas Ward takes the bottom half of the net away. Lacrosse.ca for all the details on these field nationals and the box nationals as the man in the Minto heat up. Gordon with Freeman to his right. It's a 5-2 game, BC with the ball and the lead. Freeman wearing 0. Crisscross drops it off up high. Twomley tries to out sprint. Quick shot and a nice goal. Lincoln Twomley. Got the open lane and blasted it through. (6-2) the lead. BC won the U19s 10-6 earlier. It could be a BC Ontario Alberta double, but a 4-goal deficit is nothing. We've seen teams score very quickly in succession. Players into both penalty boxes. Cleland and Robinson took calls after the goal. Very specific rules these guys have to follow. That's why there's a referee both helping out the timekeepers at the intersection of the byline and the center line, but to also watch these substitutions and switches between the offensive half and defensive half of the field. BC again with possession. O'Callaghan down and back up again. Timeout taken. In the box game, they'll have a referee in with the scoring table just to be able to triple check everything. (6-2) the count. Ontario preparing for what's going to happen once these two players come back into the game. Players enter the game for both teams. Robinson wants to head right to the net, but he'll hold back. BC with almost the entire amount of possession here once this third quarter began. Far side. Quick passes, quick shots, quick goal. Malcolm Richardson. Tic-tac-toe. (7-2) in the third quarter. Ref says play on. To the far right side of your picture. McBride watching his man. Robinson. Snapshot, big save. Lots of open lanes as this game develops and proceeds. Slow roller. O'Halloran trying to catch up to the lob pass he was given from behind the yellow line. Never quite had absolute possession. These launches off the players' bench are fascinating to watch, especially with me here down at field level by the scores table. There's so much precision. Who can enter the offensive half, who can't, when they can do it, literally inch by inch as to where they can stand. There's so much to maintain and pay attention to. Most important thing is 6v6 plus a goalie. Gordon double teamed. Watched carefully. Throws the elbow. The dump pass doesn't connect. And fantastic work from Benson Hunt. He knew he couldn't possess it or else it would have been over and back, so he just tapped it up. The Ontario coach wondering if that was legal. Referee says yes. Because if Ontario recovers halfway, they try to score instead of watching that one go into their own net. That's how precise this game has to be. And the man with the horn's been busy. 10 for the night for the older team earlier on. And 8 so far in this contest. BC defeated Ontario 7-5 in the preliminary round. BC handled Quebec this morning, and Ontario defeated Saskatchewan this morning to get themselves into this gold medal match. Timeout White, very specifically taken. Knowing where the ball is, how they can possess it, and having a chance for the coaches to plan the next step. More to come in just a moment. Six and change remaining in quarter three. So 21 and change in regulation. These refs getting hydrated as well. They've been getting their steps in, no doubt about it, all week long. The BC winning team, white-hatted, as is Calgary tradition. For all of our esteemed visitors. A lot of players still wearing their hats, and a lot of the 19s behind me in the other field are still shooting the balls at the net. So you can take the stick away from the man, but you can never take the game away from his attitude. Snapshot in. They got a 30-second violation coming up. Cross court. Top of the lane. Big save. Byers dove down to his shins. I think Hunt was enjoying sitting down for a couple of seconds as that violation penalty was served. Big shot, trying to go high-low. Perfect angle. But again, Byers is there. 30-second penalty, offside. A lot of referee signals similar to football. A lot of referee signals similar to hockey. Snapshot, high-low. Again, a big save. This time, Brody Fletcher had the opportunity. Long outlet past the halfway line. Cam Downey with possession. Feeding inside, referee in front of us sees something. Ontario possession. I'd say Ontario's never really gotten started in the game, considering they were down a goal within the first half dozen seconds of the opening whistle. Shake and Bake helps Wyatt Turner to work with Caden Lickers once again up high in this six-man attack. They got Fletcher on the back wing. 3 players ahead in this 3-by-2 setup. Again, forced to the outside. The cutter in. Nice pass. Great save. Again, Owen Byers doing everything they could ask. Jack Wilkes will give it a try. 3 minutes in the quarter. Knocked away. Loose in front. Again, Ontario players have to be careful not to go into the crease, but looks like a possible defensive crease violation, so that gives Ontario new life. Red and white against gold and blue here. This long-standing rivalry. Nice feed inside. Brody Fletcher danced around the defenders. Again, Byers has been almost perfect in this match. The 19s with their gold medals on around their necks, watching in the far left corner, along with a very nice crowd who've been numerous all week long. Hack and whack. Wyatt Turner not giving up, but the fans are doing incredible things to encourage Charlie Robinson. The dish to the left. Another cross-court pass. And Ontario beats Byers for the first time in a long time. They get excited. But still trail 8-3. Less than 100 seconds in the third quarter. Another physical battle in the middle. Face-off specialists doing what they do. Leung. Counting down the end of the third quarter. Gotta go quick. Not quick enough, but I think BC will be satisfied nonetheless. They lead 8-3 after 3. Yikes. Do you want a hat? It's because it's 3 sizes too big, but it'll probably help.
So don't start it then. Don't start the shower. 226 comes in. No, I thought he invited you. Yeah, that's why I was like, what just happened? He did say Brad. He did say Brad. I said Brad and I said Blake. Not Dale. Dude, look at my ass. Yeah, man. Saying that for that's what I mean. For starters, that's you. But if you weren't here, upside. That's so upside.
Quarter 4. Who knew referees could smile and have fun? I think everybody's going to be ready for this event to be over in about 15 minutes' time. Big win from BC. We'll show you as much of the medal presentation as we can. Again, BC being very careful to keep all the rules together of advancing to the offensive half. Seagull feathers all over the field. Once it rained on Wednesday, they were here to feast Thursday morning before everybody set up these fields for this lacrosse tournament. So if you've been wondering what those white marks are on the field all week long. And BC continues to pour it on. Make it 9 goals and 9 horns. Another nice battle for possession. Teams are going to go to the final whistle. They can sleep on the bus. BC on the far side. Get all the final summaries once they've determined all the goals, officially all the goals and assists will be available on the lacrosse.ca website. 9-3 in quarter 4. Ontario jumping high for every pass reception. Going left to right as the teams have switched ends. BC fans will have a chance to celebrate with their team right in front of their opposing net as soon as this one's over. Trying to make something happen. Inside feed. And again, Byers is there. Byers has had a fantastic matchup today. Skill of these passers and receivers is incredible. They're closing the radius down between the passers, trying to eventually get pressure on Byers, try to catch him going the wrong way. That's been a rarity in this matchup. And there's another big stop. And some physicality behind the net, which gets the Ontario crowd and bench enthused as we continue along. Ten minutes remain. To the near side. Again, Ontario forced to reset. In the offensive third of the field. Backtrack. And flip to the next page in the playbook. BC taking away almost every opportunity, especially even strength. Couple of flags for a delayed penalty. We'll see what it is once BC takes over possession. And that's going to happen right about now. Oh, maybe not. There it is. Barrar is going to go off. In any other sport, you never see players sprinting to the penalty box. But here you do. Ontario getting closer to the net. They've had some reasonable power play success this week. Penalty boxes are empty. Ontario will add to their total. Addison from Fletcher, the ref says. Nine 4 in quarter four. Another big face-off win. Eastgate making it happen. Certainly getting the audio atmosphere of what's going on out here today. Nothing left that Ontario couldn't risk at this point, just to try to gain any sort of possession. Boxes are empty. BC driving to drive. Forced to the outside. Only sharp angles available, nothing in the middle. Ontario not that entirely aggressive to try to take the ball away and force a giveaway against BC. A lot of movement among the defenders. And Ontario well done to take it away. Giant hit in the middle gets everyone excited. We'll have stop time in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Ontario, big save. Trying to build off the smallest progress. Ontario trails by 5. Calgary's been an excellent host of this event all week long, as the sport continues to progress both on the outdoor and indoor side. Go to albertafieldlacrosse.net for all their details. For both programs for teenagers and adults. Again, have to be very careful at the halfway line. Zone defense style for Ontario, but when a guy gets straight out beat in the race, gives the offensive team a chance to make a quick play. BC will hold up and kick back. They're not in any particular hurry. Situations like this is why people I was speaking with earlier this week said that the 90-second shot clock will be a considerable advantage because teams have to make a move. The interference gets wiped out, and the goal scores and counts. It's 10-4. Another important face-off win for BC. Whistle goes. Timeout Blue. Back in a moment. Stick around for the presentation of the trophies and the medals as soon as we're done. Fans going crazy. Play is whistled in. Parker Doyle, the first one to it. Although he'll surrender possession. To the outside. Another save. Owen Byers getting his kudos. .30-second violation for interference. Parker Doyle will sit. Good movement. Brody Fletcher setting up at the top of the circle. Turner ready for it if they can get it to him. And Ontario converts. Give them 5. Goal for Jaden Roach. He's been making a lot of impacts in the games this week. So well done to him. It was 10-6 in the 19 game a couple of hours ago. It's 10-5 now. Who knows? That might be even an inner rivalry between these two teams. They both win, but the other team surrenders one less goal. But it appears now that BC is going to take home all the hardware from both of these tournaments. And the final few seconds run off the clock. And here it comes. Sticks in the air. Coach getting drenched with water. And the celebration. And there's the horn we've been waiting for. BC gets it done, 10-5. They are your national champions at U17 field lacrosse. U17, BC gold, Ontario silver, Alberta bronze. U19, BC gold, Ontario silver, Alberta bronze. Stick around for the presentation of the trophy and the medals. 10-5, your final. Again, thanks to the ALA for a maximum effort getting this tournament kicked off and approved for our ability to host it in 2024, and then just for a fabulous week. And two sets of BC teams can celebrate together. Thanks again to the officials and the people in the scores table and all the tech crew that helped us out all weekend long, and the people dedicated to this sport, both inside and outside. And the final breakdown of the goals and assists will be available pretty shortly after the final game sheet is entered into the website. And again, all 13 teams from the two divisions, thanks for their participation and their travel. This is what Labor Day long weekend is all about.
Right when I do that, Neil, like, he's like, "Hey, Luke, are you there?" And I'm like, well, he just somehow like read. What do you think, Luke? Yeah, and he's just like, he's like, "Yeah, so you just go through like what they were talking about at nationals last year with the face-offs and how they don't really like, you know, there's different ways to do them." And I was just like, "Oh God, I wonder now." Like, I have a screenshot of easily just like. And like every year I send it to Greg, I'm just like, "Hey, just remember, like, you know, this happened." Yeah, that's a good picture. And then I think a week later, I'm gonna do. Oh, that'll be awesome. That's enough. And that's like a. Yeah, everyone has to do one. Yeah, everyone. At least, yeah. Yeah. I sent it out of Mongolia to rep the game. I did notice that they have all the northern swings like ready to start the year this year. Yeah. Oh, that guy. Oh my. Yeah, no. Okay. Somehow. Well, because we needed 90 reps for that thing. But he was told that you could have made it. You could have done double shift. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, thanks a lot. If there's like a ride, or should we just send it? Honestly, I'm down to some crap. Yeah. I've spent a lot of time at a field, and I've spent less time than you guys have.
Switch to your manual and go get some close-ups of this through the Joy-Cam, or would it be too far away probably?
You know, if you want to try, we can try. Why don't I'll walk over there and
My phone's at 9, so hopefully it doesn't die in the middle of it. Then don't worry about it. It's okay. You can charge it once. Okay, so once I put that up, how can I see it in the preview screen?
Can I see? Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna walk over there.
Yep.
You give me a thumbs up. Things are still looking good.
Sure.
Don't transition until.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Could have had snow. Yeah. Everybody was going to snow on that. Yeah. Oh, and that's so cool. It's just all. Yeah. This is
No. No. Sign it.
And then one on the U17 SAS too.
No.
If they chose the other side of the field. When they do their, you know what, if they take their victory lap.
Yeah.
We'll see. Good luck next week or in the next couple weeks. So how far?
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us on behalf of Simon and Anand and everybody on the air and behind the scenes, and on behalf of everybody on the field and the fans in the stands. We thank you so much for being with us all day and all week. We'll look forward to doing it again in 2025. Lacrosse.ca for anything and everything you want to know. CROW LAX TV, we sign off from these national championships. Have a happy and safe Labor Day, folks, and we'll see you down the road.